Alright, I wanted to show you how I hook up to cab and chassis. It's real simple. I run a chain from the center cross member. Always take and put a zip tie on there. Just run a chain back, spin it around my receiver hitch. I run it around that thing, my drop, and then I have a ball that's coming out. It's just coming out straight. And this is the hitch. The jaw is solid steel. It's not welded. It's welded to a pipe. You got your centerpiece, and you got your drop. Set screws so it won't wobble back and forth, and so on. On this truck, I took and put the set screws on top of the frame because it's a piece of shit unit. And if it was a new unit, I wouldn't have done that. I use a Blue Ox tow bar. It hasn't extended the right side all the way out yet because I haven't drove off. And I always run with a safety chain hooked from there all the way over to my mounting base. If I had this plastic bumper off of this thing, you'd see it's built better than the whole entire car, because the frame on this car is about as thick as 2 pennies stacked together. To tighten these set screws, this is what I use for now. I'll get a socket in the future and a ratchet. Well, I have a ratchet, but I don't have the socket yet. And I just stick it in here like so and tighten it. And then I have a wrench that I tighten these down after this is tightened. And instead of Carter keys, I like these guys, and I put them in from the top down to the bottom, and they just clip like that. Every time I stop anywhere, I always check those. Every single one of them. Check this. I check that. I check that. And these, I always run these all the way through. Less chance of some jerk pulling them out when you're not looking. And I use those right there. That's rated for I think 1,600 pounds or so. And I always cross my chains because in Indiana and Ohio, one of the two, it's a $350 fine. I don't want to be pulled over for anything whatsoever. I haven't ran my lights yet on this one. I just thought I'd go ahead and do this video real fast of this hitch. But this hitch right here, if somebody's interested in getting one of these, it's far superior than anything else out on the road. And if you got something superior than this, put it on YouTube and let me see it, because I think this is the best one in the United States. This ain't no Elkhart junk. This ain't no truck movers, boat anchor junk. This is the real deal Holyfield. And if you're interested in getting one of these, I don't sell them, but I can hook you up with the guy that does. The way to get the information or whatever is just in the comments below this video. Just put your email address, and I'll forward it over to the guy that makes these, because he's a little weird and he doesn't want his information on YouTube and blast it out all over the world. So, but I mean, it's obvious how to make one of these. And the key to this, these in here crooked or at an angle, because what that does is it pushes this up against the wall, and this needs to be solid steel. These are expensive to make, these ends, because that has to be milled out, and that's what makes it superior than all the rest. See how that's milled so that pipe could go in there and then be welded all the way around? I mean, a lot of overkill and a lot of thought was put into this. I will say that the guy, I'm not going to mention his name, is one hell of an engineer when it comes to these hitches. And then this drop hitch right here, I had that made, and this is solid steel. It doesn't need to be, but I had a bunch of that from another hitch, and I just went ahead and had that shit cut down and welded on this pipe. And then I already had that stuff, and I had all that welded together. I painted it green because I you know, green for the money, and then this right here is gold for the honeys. So I'm gonna try to get in here to where you can see where this is bit down. Oh, that shadow is kind of in my way. But see, that bites into the frame, leaves a cool little circle. And underneath, see right here? More set screws. And what that's for is for the tractors with an angle. You could actually adjust this hitch for that angle and compensate. So once again, most superior hitch on the market right now. But you know, that's the best I could do. I can't say how much I gave for this, but it was a considerable amount. And each one of these is tapped all the way through that steel, through this nut, through the weld, through the steel. So that goes down in there deep as hell. So these right here, I haven't even tightened these guys yet. I mean, this one isn't going to hit anything, obviously. Let's see if you can see that. See how they screw in there? But that ain't going to hit nothing. But this one right here will. And it's real easy. I mean, it doesn't take much. I'll show you. Look at this. So simple. Look. Look, I ain't no Arnold Schwarzenegger, but that's all it takes. Right there. And I bet this took me, man, I don't know, 15 minutes or so to get all this on here. But I ain't, like I said, I ain't ran my lights yet. What I'll do is take and, let's see, I'll just get me some tail lights rolling. You know, I might just go in on one of these guys. I'll show that in another video, but right now I'm freezing my ass off. Sorry about the profanity. I get cold, I get cranky. So I got a knee that's killing me and all that, because I'm getting old, man. But this is the way to go, if you didn't know. Like and subscribe. Need any information, hit me up below.